with YouTube, it's changed my life 1,000,000%.
It's a brand new year and an all-new season of the Trailblazers with Tamara McKayle. This week's guest is YouTube star, Chef Ricardo.
Welcome back in the kitchen again with Chef Ricardo.
A Jamaican from humble beginnings who migrated to the United Kingdom and now has almost 1.5 million subscribers on YouTube, which has changed his fortunes.
I grew up in Jamaica. Wasn't easy. I used to work in the hotel industry, Jamaica, but I focus. I never lead astray. That's the main thing.
Find out how he did it in this week's episode and his tips for success. Stay tuned.
The most prominent producer then in the industry tell Tony that he could not boss a female artist because
failing is one thing. Failing publicly is a very hard thing.
I said I was holding my mouth, the lies were going, and I sat and I saw women on the TV just lying bluntly, just like that.
Released the all media survey, and when you look at the name Ron Mouchette, 0, 0, 0.
You know, I had to fend for myself at an early age. In fact, my mother became mentally ill when I was 9 years old.
I sold everything and went to my wife and said, and she said to me, all right, no problem. She will back me. Just leave the house.
From entertainers, politicians, business leaders, and more, the Trailblazers with Tamara McKayle on YouTube has it all.
That I'm new to that.
I did movies with Denzel Washington. Then I wrote Baps, and that's starring Halle Berry.
You wrote Babs?
I wrote Babs,
Oh no!
Subscribe now for a brand new year of inspiration and strategies to make it from the best of the best. Plus catch up on episodes you may have missed. It's the Trailblazers with Tamara McKayle on YouTube.
Hi everyone, so this week on the Trailblazers, guess what? We are back. It's a brand new season. It's a brand new year, 2023. And I'm actually very delighted to have this guest. His name is Chef Ricardo. Well, he's Ricardo Campbell, but he's known as Chef Ricardo Cooking on YouTube. And he is a chef, he's an author, and so much more. We're going to get down to hear about his story. He has almost 1.5 million subscribers on YouTube, and he's killing it. And by the way, as I mentioned to him before we started the interview, that my mom and my aunt, one of my aunt, they're big fans of Chef Ricardo because they love his cooking. So Chef, big up yourself. Welcome.
Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate the love.
Appreciate it. So as I was just mentioning in the preamble, Chef, you grew up in Jamaica.
Yes.
And then you migrated to the United Kingdom. Is that the case?
Yeah.
All right. But I mean, there's so much things I want to ask you because as somebody who is a YouTuber, but still growing in it, but, you know, talking to a pro like you, it's almost like, whoa, you know, especially somebody who has amassed almost 1.5 million subscribers, partnership with YouTube. That is amazing stuff. But Chef, yeah, let's start off with your early beginnings in Jamaica. What was that like for you?
I'll tell you something. I grew up in Jamaica, but I'm coming from the bush, which I'm happy.
Yes.
That's what makes me today, growing around my grandparents, and yeah, my mom and my dad has passed away, bless their soul. But anyway, grew up in Jamaica. It wasn't like very easy, but one thing I want to say to you, if you focus, you could never go wrong. And that's what keep me, listen to your grandparents have a lot to do with it also. And growing up with your grandparents have a lot to do with it also. But as I said, grew up in Jamaica, wasn't easy. I used to work in the hotel industry, Jamaica, but I focus. I never lead astray. That's the main thing. You have to focus. You have to tell yourself this is where you want it. If you're aiming for something, you will get it. Trust me. And I will say this to anyone in this world. Anyone. If you need something in this world, trust me, you can get it. You have to just focus and work towards your goal.
Wow. Focus is actually a very key word. That's something that I myself definitely believe in. But I mean, were you always interested in cooking? Because as you mentioned, yes, it's Jamaica, yes, it's bush. I know what you mean. A lot of us grew up in the country or rural Jamaica. I myself did. So, but I am not necessarily a big chef like you. So did you always have, you said you were around your grandparents, so was it around them that you learned to cook, and was that always a passion?
You know what happened to me when I was growing up? I'll give you a little bit of a story. My grandparents, one day she was cooking in the kitchen. And you know, in Jamaica, if you grew up in the country section, you got like the outside kitchen. And you know they put the hood and stuff in it.
Yes.
So one day my grandma was cooking and the pot turned over and it catch me right on my tummy. I will never forget that day. And she said to me, you know, you're going to be a chef. And from that day until today, that's it. But I want to say something to you, and I will repeat again. If you focus and you not get distracted from nothing, you will make your goal.
Yeah. But that's a powerful story. So your grandma told you that
you're going to be a chef.
You're going to be a chef, and you believed it. So, I mean, even though she told you that, though, because it's one thing for her to tell you, but you in yourself had to also believe it.
Definitely. And I you know what? When she told me, up to till today, I still have that little spot right here, you know, on my tummy. And when she told me, she always cooking, and I'm always watching her when she go to the bush, to the bush. Like, you know, Christmas in Jamaica, you know, like they go up and catch the natural sorrel. So I'm always follow her to the bush and catch and get the sorrel. She will go and get the red kidney bean, you know, the one that grow.
Yes.
And you know, all of them stuff, she will come back and make red pea soup. And I would just watch her, she make every little thing, and I was always picturing it in my mind. You know, in Jamaica, if your grandparents they you know, when they get the pig in circles and stuff, and they will hang it over oh come on, I don't want to go to that bit. That bit is a lovely one. It's a beautiful one. So those are things which I grew up around, and you know what I mean, I can't forget and you can't forget where you're coming from.
Yes, yes. And speaking like a true chef indeed, in talking about the pig and all of that, because you definitely know it. But so yeah, but what was it like though? Because I mean, you heard that you're focused, but guide us in terms of the actual path at that time then. Did you get a job eventually? Like, you know, you went to school for this at that time, or you got a job cooking? You know, tell us about that before you migrated.
Yeah, what happened to me in then I lived to Ochires. So when I lived to Ochires, I got some family living in Ochi. That time Margaritaville just gonna open. So this is another story. So I went down to Margaritaville to look a job, and I didn't get a job in Margaritaville because I was young, and then that I didn't get the job. So there's a hotel named Sandcastle. I don't know if you know Sandcastle in Ochires. It was a very popular hotel. So I went there and I get some job to washing up in the kitchen. And so I started to do the washing up in the kitchen, and I started to follow the chef them and listen to everyone say. And then in the meantime, I went to the art school. It's a local art school for cooking and baking. And yeah, from there, I worked in the hotel industry for a few years, you know what I mean, get a lot of experience being a chef and, you know what I mean, doing bits and pieces in the kitchen with the other chef, them being a range chef. I still have all of those paperwork with me. Being a range chef, working on the buffet line, working at the grill at the outside. So all of those things was connected in my brain same way, and I was just learning more and more and more. And then I go to the school and I learned some more tips and ideas, but it was a local school in Ochires. I went and I spent probably about 6-7 months in the school. And then after a period of time, then I come to England. Then when I come to England, then there's another drama. The drama is I get a work in the school, so I have to start. They were like, "Oh, your paperwork, you're gonna have to start back from scratch."
So So what was that like for you to have to start over from scratch?
Well, you know what happened? This is why I say, if you focus, you can never go wrong. So when I was in Jamaica, I'm always learned to use knife to cut vegetables and cut fruits and stuff. So when I come to England, so I start to get a work in a private school. This like some posh private school, rich kids. So one of the chefs is from Vietnam. So I was working for, he was the head chef. The manager, she was an English lady. She named Mel. She was an English lady. Sorry for mentioning her name, but she's cool. But when she see, oh, I was using the knife, she said to me, oh, now I've been a chef. And I was explaining, so I was using chef knife for a very long time. So the skillness of the knife which I have used made me turn into a chef in the school.
Yes.
So basically, they don't give me the chef instantly. They give me like to do salad.
Yeah.
But I don't cut it. Before I do salad, they want me to wash up pot first. I was doing a washing first. Now I was doing washing up the pot, them on the plate. So it didn't come no way to me. I was doing it because, you know what I mean, I come to England. I don't know anything about England. So I was doing it. Then after I do this, washing up and everything, I'll give it a full extra. So he saw, oh, I use the knife. And when she saw how I used the knife, she said, okay. I think they looked like they was talking to their one another. I said, we have to get him in the kitchen. Yeah. So I was working amongst another chef. He's from South Africa. We was working 3-4 chefs was in the kitchen now. So they made me to be a chef, but also I was doing salad bar. I used to make like 18 salad every day.
Wow.
Very professional. Everything was neat. And, you know, you come from Jamaica, you're growing up in the, you know what I mean? You got to get this stuff nice. So I do that for a period of time. So then I start to go to different schools. And this is what I'm saying. It's so important for you to just focus on what you're doing. Focus on your goal. So when I start to go to different school, they put me into another school. And then I become a head chef. The head chef, I win a chef award. And when I win a chef award, they launch me out in so many different newspapers. The big top newspaper, them in the community, everything.
Wow.
Winning so many prizes and everything. Then after I do that, I've been a head chef there for a period of time, and I was doing like two shifts. I used to go to another school and do like on the weekend, Saturday, Sunday, as an evening head chef. So this is like the raw body school. This is something to do, be a rich kids, posh school, and you know what I mean? It's really nice school. And this is where it starts. A young lad said to me in the school, Chef Ricardo, he said to me, Ricardo, I see that you're a chef and I love what you do. You should be a YouTuber. And that's where it starts from.
Wow.
I'm going to tell you something. The young lad who tell me to be a YouTuber, I was an evening chef. He come in the school for a job. And when he come in the school, he was washing plate and pot. But he was a YouTuber. Very simple. He drive his nice car, come in. But he said to me, oh, I just want something to do. I was bored at home. But them time, that was long time, very long years ago. But he was a YouTuber and he was talking to me. And I'm going to simply say to you, and that's what I said, no matter who you are in this world, if you need something, you can get it. Whether you be at Jamaica, whether you be under the earth or in heaven, you can get it. You just have to focus and put your mind.
Yes.
But remember, if you need something, always pray. You know what I mean? It's important. Pray. But the young lad said to me, I never forget the evening. Chef, he said to me, Ricardo, you need to be a chef on YouTube. And he tell me how to do it. And I met the YouTube channel and I start off from there.
All right, hold it a second there, Chef, because I'm just, and I'm sure our viewers are also just fascinated by you, you know, sharing your story and also the value of the perseverance and persistence. Because even as you mentioned, the fact that, you know, you went to England and it's the reality. My mom is in the UK. So it's a reality for so many Jamaicans who migrate, whether to the UK, the US, whichever part of the world. Sometimes you have to start over from scratch. As you mentioned, you're there in washing pots and pans, not even cooking yet, not even a chef yet, but you are humble enough to do it because it's part of the process.
Definitely.
So let me go back to now the journey of the YouTube now. The YouTube.
Yes. So, and I'll give you another example. When I was I never forget this when I was coming to London. I'm gonna give you some tips. So anything you need and you talk it and you mean it, it will happen. You know, when I land to Gatwick Airport in London, I don't know if you know that airport, but when I land, I said to myself, I would love to work in this airport one day. And I'm gonna tell you something. It happened in real life.
Wow.
It happened in real life. I never forget that day when I was walking through the airport and I said to myself, I would love to work in this airport.
Yes.
But before I get to that section, I will let's go to the YouTube.
Yes.
So when the young lad said to me, I should be a YouTube, and he said to me, I said to him, why? He said, he love how me cook because when I'm doing the meat and everything, them always come and record me. Because in the school, when I'm doing meat, we're doing like big bash of meat and big bash of chicken and, pork and all sorts of stuff, beef. Because these are some ballet dancer kids. They are like rich people kids. So you have to know what you're doing. And he said to me, Ricardo, you need to go on YouTube, man. When I'm blending up my season, I'm pouring out pandit and everything and marinate the meat and the models coming and taking pictures. And when I'm on the grill, I'm professional, long hot and, professional. And the models that take picture of me. So he said to me, I need to be on YouTube. So I said, okay, I create a YouTube channel. And I wasn't taking it very, very serious, but I was posting video on and on and on. And he dawned on me and said, Ricardo, do it. And I said, okay, all right. So I get a guy to do me a video because I didn't know nothing about YouTube, man. Nothing. And I keep posting video, and I never forget the first time I make $50 on YouTube. And that's where it started from. I said, okay, it's like something can happen. And I said to myself, if something can happen, then I start to post a lot of contents on YouTube. Contents, keep posting. But I'm going to tell you this. For me, it wasn't for money on YouTube. I'm going to tell you what it was for. Back in the days, everyone want to get the play button.
Oh.
That was me.
Yes.
I'm always saying, I want to get the play button. So I was working, I started to work very hard. I take it very serious, like in 2015, 16, and 17.
Wow.
I take it very serious. I say, okay, I need to get the play button. And then I reach 100,000 and I get the play button, that one, and I say, oh no, I need to get the other one. I need to get the big one, the good one. Then I say, okay, I hit the million and I get it. Then I say, no, I said to myself, I need to get the diamond.
Yes.
But for me on YouTube those days, it wasn't for the money. It was for me to get the play button, to hold the play button.
Yes.
But I'll tell you something. With YouTube, it's changed my life 1,000,000%.
Yes.
I will tell anybody in this world, do not watch the views, anything. Keep posing.
Yes.
Because you don't know what's going to happen. Trust me. Yeah.
I'm loving what you're sharing. I'm so fascinated by your story, Chef Ricardo, and the fact that you took the advice from that young lad, and you started and you were consistent, because as you mentioned, you had a goal. It wasn't even about the money, it was just that goal that you had in mind and achieving that. So I mean, you mentioned in terms of, obviously would have changed your life, as you mentioned, in terms of financially. So did you continue, teaching, doing, the job in the kitchen, or what did you move on to? Or you just full time?
Okay. So basically, all right, in 2016, 2017, I was still doing YouTube, you know what I mean? Then I get tired of the kitchen, cooking in school. I was getting tired of it because I used to respond for like 800 kids and 100 teachers, and it was so much for me. And I was doing my YouTube channel, but I wasn't doing much. I was just posting video. I didn't take it, you know what I mean, the way I want to take it very seriously. So I give up the job in 2017 and resigned from the school. So I went to an ambulance service. So we used to drive, I used to drive the ambulance. So what we do, we go and pick up the ambulance and bring it to the station. And then we will get the ambulance ready and send them out. And that's why I would say to you, say anything a person needs in this world, no matter what happens, no matter how young you are, once you set your goal and you work towards it, you will get it. So I do the ambulance for about a year and I get bored of it. Then one of my friends said to me, Chef Ricardo, you want to come to Gatwick Airport? I said, yeah, why not? Let me try something different. All right. I went to Gatwick Airport. This is the second biggest airport in London. And I fill up everything, sign up railway, do everything, pass everything, go work. I do aircraft, get the plane, I'm ready to send them off. I do that for a couple of months or to a year, and then I still was working, and then COVID come in. And COVID come in, I said, no, sir, the plane, them land and everything, nobody, so everyone have to go. So I end up leave that job. So then I come over to my YouTube, and I just take it serious.
Yes, but stick a pin there, because you mentioned the Gatwick just now, and I'm remembering just earlier in the discussion you mentioned the value in speaking out what you want, because you mentioned when you came to Gatwick, you wanted it. So that job then was the manifestation of that you had wanted.
Yeah, right? I couldn't. When I said to a lot of people that I never forget that when I was coming to London, I tell myself I would love to work in this airport, because I remember I landed at Gatwick Airport and Virgin.
Yes.
And that's the first time I'm being on a plane, on a big plane, and you know what I mean, never know. But and I was walking through the airport, this massive airport, and I said to myself, oh, I would love to work in this airport. Yeah. And it happened in real life. And then that's why I said anything you need, and you talk it, they manifest it. But sometimes you have to be careful, because some people around you, you have to be careful. You have to deal with, you know what I mean, like, if you talk, energy.
Yes.
Energy is very important, all right? You don't want to be around certain people to discourage you. You always want to be positive and think positive. And the most important thing, when you're going to do stuff, don't forget to give thanks and always pray for things, because honestly, but it's a long story. I will tell you, if we talk, it will take long. But
you can talk it. You can talk it. You can do a part two.
Okay. So, what I want to simply say to you, to be honest with you, I want to encourage anyone in this world. You know what I mean? If you are doing something in this, no matter how old you are, your age, if you are doing something and you're working towards it, trust me, don't give up. Keep the faith, pray, and work towards your goal and your dream. And it will happen in real life. Because me, grew up in Jamaica and come to the UK as a very successful person. Very, I don't even need to talk. Very, very, very successful. But I work. You know what I mean? I work towards my dream. I work towards my goal. I never give up. I never try to do anything. I just try to be positive.
Yes. And that positivity has paid off. So tell us now, you mentioned during the pandemic, you know, leaving the Gatwick job and taking the YouTube even more seriously again.
Yeah, so now I'm doing YouTube full time. I just work for myself, but I just do bits and pieces different on the side, but I do my YouTube full time now. Mm-hmm. From the last 3 years now, yeah. Full time.
My mom was telling me, because I told you she is an avid Chef Ricardo subscriber, so she's been following up all your recipes. So she was the one actually that told me that you recently had this partnership with YouTube now where is it that they're giving you a kitchen? Expound more.
I would have to explain it to you, and I can't. So basically, this kitchen ramen right now is a brand new kitchen.
Yes.
I call it the YouTube kitchen.
Nice.
It's a very beautiful kitchen. I don't know. It's very, very beautiful. Brand new kitchen. So when I said YouTube has given me a kitchen, yes, it's YouTube. But it's God has blessed me, that's, you know what I mean? But I just said it is YouTube kitchen because I work very hard in YouTube, and this is what YouTube give me.
Oh, I get it.
I'd have to explain it to you, yeah. But I just say, you know what I mean? It's YouTube kitchen.
Yes.
YouTube kitchen, because I do my cooking, you know what I mean? This is what YouTube provide for me.
Yes.
By the grace of God, you know what I mean? But it's a long story for that one. But otherwise, yeah. I would say the only thing I want to say, you know what I mean, because you will have viewers want to listen. You may have someone who is interested to do YouTube also. You know what I mean? I would encourage them. There's so many opportunity in YouTube. Like, it's blow mind. There's a lot of people made to do video and they are watching views and they're watching money and all them stuff. I don't do that, man.
Yes.
Don't do that. If you love something, you do it from your heart and it will come successfully.
I appreciate that and I love that. And I hear the passion coming through. As you talk, you can
I'm telling you
see that you are somebody who is passionate about his craft and about what he does. And trust me, like somebody who is young in the YouTube world, in the sense that I have my, my TrailBlazers show. But even when I started out my program and the interview series, I remember how excited I was just to get that message from YouTube when you reach the first 100 or the first 1,000. And it's still like not even close to where I would want it to be. But, hearing stories like yours, it's that encouragement and that motivation. And so you mentioned in terms of being consistent, and you had, like, for example, somebody initially doing, helping you and things like that. How critical is that, for example, in the YouTube process, or it just depends on what the program or what you are offering?
When I said someone help me with the videos.
Yeah. All
right. So basically, back then I got a friend of mine who used to help me with my videos, but it wasn't easy. When you have someone have to do the video for you, it's not easy,
Yeah.
Because you have to wait till they edit it. You have to wait till they do this, and you don't like to pause a video, anyway.
Yeah.
So what to do? I go back over to YouTube and I watch a lot of videos how to edit.
Yes.
That's where right now I got all of my equipment where YouTubers provide for me. Editing softwares, professional cameras, everything, lighting, everything.
Nice.
And I watch a lot of video on YouTube how to edit. YouTube is like, to me, YouTube is a school, it's a university, it's a college. If you want to learn a trade, YouTube, I don't know. But I'm telling you, this is the experience we have through YouTube. Not because I'm cooking. Because at the moment when I cook, I'll still go and I look on other people's channel and I learn more. Because you cannot too old to learn. You will always learn as it goes on. It's just life. Yes. When I come to England, I didn't know to make Yorkshire pudding.
What you learned?
I go to YouTube and I type in Yorkshire pudding, and some famous chef came up and I get their recipes, put it my way, twist it around and make Yorkshire pudding, and they are the lovely one.
Lovely.
So, and I'll tell you something with YouTube, what a lot of people doesn't know. A lot of people worldwide, if you want to do something, YouTube, and you say you want to go to YouTube, YouTube is like a school of discipline. It disciplines you. Mm-hmm. And YouTube has disciplined me. Because I could be out there doing so many things. You know what I mean? But YouTube disciplined me and keep me to focus on what I'm doing. And you know what I mean? This is my message to anyone out there, man. YouTube discipline you. Focus on YouTube. Make your video. Have fun.
That's
so
easy.
Anyone can get these things from YouTube, but you have to just work. Work towards your goal, man. Don't because a lot of people, they always say to me, Chef Ricardo, oh, I do this. You know, I said to them, say, you know what happened? If you got passion for something, you will do it.
Yes.
And as I said, a lot of people may reach out to me and I help them and I show them and say, listen, don't give up. You can't reach so far in YouTube and want to give up. There's a lot of YouTube is a giant platform. You know what I mean? It helped millions of people on this planet, and me is one as a witness. I can testify. I can hold up my hand in the court and say, YouTube has changed my life 1,000,000%. I come in this country, I work like an animal. Didn't help me. It didn't. Work in school, work at Gatwick Airport, work in ambulance, didn't help me. I work. And I use my skill and my knowledge in YouTube, and it changed my life around. And this is where I am today. I can't complain.
Wow, that is
just living my dream. And I'm giving God thanks.
I love that.
And I will tell anybody underneath the earth, in heaven, wherever you are. Yeah. But to be honest with you, I'm always put God first.
Yes. I love your testimony. I love your testimonial. I mean, this is like, YouTube needs to, see this, because they're like, here is a stalwart, here's a student of YouTube who has made
I'm telling you.
Top. And indeed, as you rightly mentioned, it is the University of YouTube. I definitely agree with that. So, Chef Ricardo, how did you feel though? Like when you reached, because even the first 100,000, and then when you got to 1,000,000, what was the feeling like? 100,000 subscribers, then 1,000,000 subscribers? Because I really don't, even hearing like persons based in Jamaica, I don't know if anybody that in terms of like an influencer that I know in Jamaica has even reached like 1,000,000 subscribers on YouTube. So how is that feeling for you?
You know what, Pen? I'm going to tell you something. Honestly, when I was working towards my plaque. When I get the plaque, that's what makes me happy.
Yes.
I hold it and I say, I can't believe this is what I was working for. Now I'm aiming to the diamond. But I'm going to tell you something. You know what? When I get it now, I give thanks. And I was really happy because I said, this, if you work hard, it will pay off. So all along I was putting my works, and this is what I received. I received my award, and I'm so happy.
Indeed, indeed.
And anyone in this world can receive one of these plaques and leave it for your kids and say, you know what, this is what daddy was doing, or this is what mommy was doing on YouTube, and they leave this for me. It's something to remember, man. Oh, trust me.
Yes.
And anyone can reach to the goal.
Yes.
Anyone.
All right, so we're shifting gears a little bit because I wanted to know, tell me about, because I know you have a cookbook, or I don't know if it's more than one. Tell me about your cookbooks. Okay,
so basically I did that cookbook like years ago, 2015. I was working in school.
Mm-hmm.
So I did that book. It's on Amazon, but I sent quite a few copies myself.
What's the name of it?
It's a Caribbean cuisine cookbook.
Caribbean. Okay, nice.
It's on Amazon. If you go on Amazon and you type in Chef Ricardo cooking, it will come up. I got another book, but those book was like years ago when I was working in school. I was trying out my skills and, you know what I mean, trying to get things out there as Chef Ricardo because I was making a brand.
Yes.
But I have a book coming out back soon, which all of these recipes I'm doing now is going to be worth about 300 recipes. The book going to be amazing. I'm working towards it right now. So that one is going to be something where a lot of people need to get.
Yes.
Definitely.
That's fantastic. That is fantastic. So look out for Chef Ricardo's book, guys. I mean, you can also, your website would have that information once it's our your social media platforms, right?
Definitely. Yeah, I got a website.
You have your website. I'll put the link. I put the link in the description, and I'd also put it as a runner so you can see and follow. Go to his website and also follow him on social media. All right, Chef Ricardo. Any final comments in terms of pursuing the import? Well, you have shared so much extensively, really, giving us nuggets throughout this interview about focus, about discipline, about consistency. But any last message that you would want to share to our viewers, because you are still at it, you have come a very far way, but we know you're even destined for even greater things in your career. So you can share as a word of encouragement to those who are watching.
Okay. Now, my message to anyone right now who are interested of doing YouTube or in YouTube already. If you reach 1,000 subscriber, 500,000 subscriber, whatever subscriber you have, 1,001 subscriber, whatever you have, continue. Don't give up. Keep the faith. And I will tell the world, YouTube changed my life. And I'm not afraid to say that. It's YouTube has changed my life. But I give God thanks for YouTube. All right. But YouTube has changed my life, and YouTube can change anyone's life in this world. The message is for my people and every one of you guys. If you have a passion of something, whatever, cooking, art, drawing, painting, whatever, even painting, record it, put it on YouTube. Do something, man. Come on. Do something. Come to YouTube and share your passion with us. We are here to look, watch, listen, learn. That's all about YouTube. I love YouTube.
You are the perfect ambassador. Did you realize he just said, watch, listen, learn? You are the perfect brand ambassador for YouTube. You could be like, oh, you want to keep all of your, the wealth and the knowledge to yourself, but there's enough for everybody.
I'm not going to be selfish. Some people, they're just comfortable. You need to get up out of that comfortable zone, create a YouTube channel, create something, share your passion, and make other people. There's so many people on this planet, man, want to learn.
Yes.
But you'd have to come with part 2.
Thank you so much, Chef Ricardo. I appreciate it. And as he mentioned, get up out of your comfort zone. That is a message for all of us as we have this brand new year. Thank you so much. We appreciate what you're doing. We wish you continued success. I'll be continuing to follow your journey. Follow him and subscribe to his channel, guys. Follow him on his other social media platforms. And we're looking out for the book and for all of the amazing things to come for Chef Ricardo. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for that, man. Appreciate the love, man. We catch up.
All right. Bless up, Chef Ricardo. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
I'm Tamara McKayle, a television and radio presenter, producer, communication specialist, and of course, producer and host of the TrailBlazers series. I'm inviting you, yes, you, to join our family. All you have to do is just click that subscribe button right below. Make sure you hit the notification bell so you're alerted as to when we have new episodes. And of course, join our family for weekly inspiring and uplifting episodes that will give you the tools, the keys, and the strategies that you need so that you can blaze your trail.